Okay. Okay, so there was problem on YouTube that I have not started streaming. I just forget it to go live. Okay. So we have covered actually many things. Those who are watching on YouTube, we have covered many things. Just basic. The things are now starting. Okay, so you can understand from this. So we have to cut out this square shape from this paper using only one straight cut. How we can do that? We can use the symmetry of squares. Okay, there are two ways to solve this. There are two symmetries in this figure. The one symmetry is in diagonal. You can see here, if this is a square, the symmetry we can get using the perpendicular line between the squares, right? Like this also we can get symmetry, or in square we can get symmetry by diagonals as well. Okay, so both ways of symmetry are useful here. Just one is more useful, one is less useful. Both ways we will see. The first thing we can do, that this is the piece of paper. Here is a square which I just made tilted, so that we can use symmetry of diagonals. So we can fold this paper in half, then again we can fold it in half. Okay, it was like this, and if we fold it again upside, it will be just in quarter, and you can see in each quarter there is only one line. So we have converted this square in one line using the symmetry of diagonals. So for example, if this is your paper, if you fold this paper, it will look like this. If you fold in half, you have to again fold it in half, so it will look like this. And when we cut only one straight line, then we will get square from that. Now let's say the symmetry of sides. How to use symmetry of sides to get square from that paper using only one straight cut. So for that we will require many folds. So let's see step by step. Suppose this is a piece of paper. You have to fold it in half. Oh no, if you fold it in half, then you will get, oh yes, we can do that, right? Then you will get shape like this, right? Again you have to fold it in half. Okay, in the beginning the shape was like this. After folding, it will be like this on the either side. Okay, then again if you fold it from middle line, it will look like this. So here will be again one small square which we have to separate from this. Now here we have this angle, and we have seen before that if there is angle, how to convert that angle in one line? We can just fold it from their angle bisector, or just we can fold it such way that both that lines will overlap each other. So after overlapping, after folding this, it will look like this. There will be only one small line. So you can see in each part of paper there is only one such line. See, this part which I am showing is representing this one, and every part is similar to that. There is triangle and there is one cut. There is triangle, there is one cut. There is triangle, there is one cut. For every part the same thing is there, right? So which means we have folded it correctly, and if we cut in this straight way, we will get square from that. This separated part will be square. So from that one part will look like this, and the second part will look like this. Okay, two parts we can separate like this. Okay, so let's take to the next part now. We have separated square. What if the inner hole is rectangle? Just like the previous case, whatever the size of paper, whatever the shape of paper is, no problem. We require the hole inside that paper as rectangle using only one straight cut. How we can do this? Okay, now if you are getting bored of these geometrical figures, just wait for 10 more minutes because after this we are moving towards special figures, some non-regular figures which you will enjoy. Okay, but understanding the basic is also required, right? How to convert any shapes in straight line, it is important. So without understanding that, we cannot move forward. So how to get whole of rectangular shape? For that, again we can use symmetry of sides. Now remember, in rectangles we don't have symmetry of diagonal, because if you fold rectangle along with diagonal, then they will not overlap perfectly, right? Some part will be extra on both sides if you are folding it along with diagonal, but if you are folding it with sides, or we can say the middle line, then you will get the symmetry. Okay, now you can fold like this. Okay, okay, I am drawing here. Okay, I always forget to change the color of pen. It should be white, so it should be visible perfectly. So here is piece of paper. If we fold it in half in any direction, I am folding in this direction, so the shape will look like, it will not be so large, it will be the smaller rectangle, the half part of previous one, because it is folded. Now in the previous diagram, rectangle was like this. After folding, it will look like this. So we have to cut out now this rectangle from this paper. But again, we don't have only one line here. We have to cut 3 straight lines here. So again, we will try to convert these straight lines, 3 lines, in one line. How we can do this? How we can convert these straight lines, these 3 straight lines, in only one straight line? See, there are 2 angles which we can see. First is here and second is here, and we know how to convert angle in one straight line. So let's do it for one angle. Let's do it for this angle right now. So if we fold along with its angle bisector, then the fold will probably look like this. It will be like this, and this paper will go here like this, possibly, or it will be something different. Okay, not exactly like this, and this shape will be like this. This line, which is not visible right now, is under this part here, which is overlapped on the previous line after folding. Again, we will do the same thing for this second angle. We will fold this paper along this line, so that these 2 lines, this one line and this one large line, can overlap on each other. So the paper probably look like this. After folding, it will look like this. So if we only cut this straight line and open this part and open this part, you will get this diagram cut it out. And again, if you again reopen that, then you will get the rectangle hole. Okay, now the question is, what if it is pentagon? Remember, what is pentagon? Remember, pentagon have 5 sides. We are talking about regular shapes which have all same side lengths. Okay, so what about this pentagon? Pentagon has symmetrical line, so we can cut out pentagon using one straight line. This is the symmetrical line. Symmetrical line means on both sides there is same thing, just like mirror reflection. Okay, so we can cut this shape using one straight cut. But how we can cut this? So for that, I have not made animations for that. Wow. So I can explain. Here is piece of paper. From this we need to cut out this pentagon. So what we will do? We will just fold along this symmetrical line. So after folding, this paper will look like this. This pentagon will get converted in half pentagon, or it will look like quadrilateral, which have 4 sides. But we have to only cut out 3 sides from that. The first side the second side and the third side. Again we have three sides, we have to convert it in one straight line. So first we will reduce this line by folding along this line, by folding along that angle bisector of that angle. So here I am giving numbers to lines 1, 2 and 3. So when we fold using this angle bisector, or in such way these two lines will overlap, line 1 and line 2, then the shape will look like this. The folded paper will be like this, and this line 2 and line 1 will get overlap, so it will be only one line, and the line which is remaining in the bottom, for that we have to fold again now. So again we will use the same property of angle bisector and fold along that angle bisector. So after folding, again line 2 and line 3 will get overlap. So the shape will look like this. Possibly I am drawing very fast, so possibly the shape will get different, you will get different shape. So this line includes line 1, line 2 and line 3, which means it is including all this shape, whole this shape it is including in one line. So when we cut out that one line, we will get pentagon from that separated paper. Okay, so it is about geometrical shapes. Now here is one question for you. What if we have to cut out like this? This is not regular shape, this is special shape. Not very special, but you have to think on this question, because here what we have, a piece of paper which includes one square, and again inside that there is one square. So what we have to do, we have to separate that blue region from that paper using only one straight cut. So there are three regions, you can see. The first region is outside, the second region is the region which we required, blue region, and the third is inside, the middle square, yellow square. So we have to separate all these three regions using only one straight line. And how we can do this, that you have to think now. Take 1 minute for this. I will just stop sharing screen after this, and will show on camera how to cut this shape. Think on this, how we can get such line. If we cut that only one line, all these three regions will get separated. How we can do this? See, we have seen how to get square, how to convert square in one line. Now we have to think how to convert two squares in one line. And it is simple. If you get one square, to get third square or to get two squares is easy. But it is easy after you know it. Before that you have to think how we can do this. Okay, so I am stopping sharing the screen for this question, and I will show on camera how we can fold paper in that direction. Now you will see my camera. Okay, you will see my camera here. Just type yes or no whether you are able to see what I am doing on screen. It will be visible possibly because I am also looking it in other screen. Okay, so we have here piece of paper. We need to cut out three regions from this, and all regions must be square. So first of all I am drawing this shape here. You can also do it with me. Just wait. What I am drawing I will show, and like that you can draw. Okay, so you will see this shape here. Are you able to see this? Yes, it will be visible. It should be dark actually. I should have something different here to draw. Okay, no problem. It is also fine. So here we have square, and that we have to fold. So after folding in this direction you will not see anything here. So to be clear, I am folding it in such way that the lines will be visible on paper even after folding. So I will fold the paper in half, exactly in half. Okay, now on this paper we have two rectangles. You can see here is outer rectangle and here is inner rectangle. Okay, I want everyone to be with me. So if you are doing with paper and pen and scissor, do it with me. I am waiting for 10 seconds if you are not with me. We have two rectangles here. One is outer rectangle and the second is inner rectangle, which we have to cut out. Now again, there is symmetry in this shape, right? You can see the top part and the bottom part. The top part and bottom part is exactly same. So we can fold along that line also. So fold along that symmetrical line. Fold such that two lines, all lines will overlap on each other. Okay, these lines should overlap on each other. After overlapping that, it must look like this. There are now two squares. This is the one square, small square here, and here is large square here. Okay, then what I can do here, just a minute. Okay, now we have here two squares. How we can fold in such way that we will get only one line, not necessary in one fold. Using more than folds also we can convert this part in one line. See, there are four lines. This one line, this is second line, this is third line, this is fourth line. See, if we fold using this diagonal line, if we fold, I am folding it. So using that, we will convert that four lines in only two lines. Your paper should look like this triangular shape, and there will be two lines. This is the first line and this is the second line. Okay, so now remember this shape which we require. There are three regions. One is outermost, whose shape is not fixed, that is this part, outer part. The second part we require is the square boundary shape, right? That square boundary shape like this, that we require. And this is the middle part. And the third region is the square, small square inside that, which we have to separate from that. And this is the third part. So if we cut the first line, the inner part will get separated. And if we cut the second line, the outer part will get separated. But we don't have to cut two times. Only one line we require. So again you can see these two lines are there. And whenever there are two lines, we can overlap that by folding. So you can just fold it in such way that two lines will overlap each other perfectly. Okay, like this. You can see here the larger line is here and the smaller line is like this. Both are overlapping perfectly. And now we have three regions. We have two regions actually here, but inside that there are three regions. See, this smaller part which is here, is the inner square. It is the inner square which we have to separate. This larger part is outside here, is the outside part which we have to separate. And this part on the left side, my left side of this line is required part, that blue region which we have to cut. So we have now only one line. So if we cut, I am showing it on screen, so there will be no cheating. So if we cut only one straight line, oh, that part is here which is separated. Okay, now there are three parts. You can see I am keeping this part as it is. This part, the smaller part which is separated, is, if you open that, it will be the smaller square. Okay, I am just opening that. Here is smaller square which was the inside one, the region 3 which we gave name to it. This is the region 3, inside part which we have to separate. Then this larger part, if we open that, it will be the outside region which we have to separate. You can see the shape, and by that you can guess our foldings were perfect, right? So when we open that, it is the outside part which we will separate. Okay, again I am folding this paper as it is and taking that third region which we folded, and you can see the shapes are cutted perfectly. The hole which you are able to see now is the square boundary shape, right? This is the whole part. The red part, don't see, the inside part which is, you can say, transparent it is. That is the perfect shape which we require, and the same shape we will get from this separated region. When we open this step by step, there will be many folds, right? There are many folds, so you have to be careful while opening, otherwise it will get wasted. And after opening, you will get two squares inside each other, right? Correct? Is it correct? Yes, obviously it is correct. So we did it perfectly. Now here is the next task for you. I am again sharing the screen and showing the next part. Okay, the next task you have to do is, okay, now the next slides will be like this. On left side, just a minute. Okay, now the slides will look like this. So just a minute, I am again stopping sharing. What is happening here? Just a minute. Okay, now it will be perfect. So all the slides will look like this. On left side, there will be white screen. Assume that it is your paper, and the shape on that you have to cut out using only one straight line. So suppose I draw shape like this. So if you draw shape like, oh, white pen is there, so how it will be visible? That's what I was thinking. Why the shapes are not visible? It is white paper and I was using white ink. Okay, so suppose I have drawn this shape here. Let's say the hexagon. Then you have to cut out the hexagon using one straight line. Not this shape you have to do. Just this is an example. Whatever shape you will see here, you have to cut out that. Okay, this is your first shape. Which you have to cut out using straight line. Oh, you will do this. You can try on your own for 1 or 2 minutes. How you will cut this shape using one straight line. Oh, we are less on time actually. No problem. Okay, so I know many of you are thinking about symmetry line, and yes, there is symmetry line inside that. You can get symmetry line like this, just like pentagon, right? This is a symmetrical line which we can use for folding this shape. Now, how you will get this shape? Using one straight cut. Otherwise you will say, oh, it is easy, just cut all that lines one by one and we will get the star shape. But not like this, using only one straight cut. See, when we are doing this, remember only two things. First step we have to do is to find line of symmetry. Even if we find only one symmetry line, it will be nice because half work is done there only. Okay, so here I am showing in small figures by taking white pen. When we fold this page, it will look like this. It will look like this, right? Not perfect like this, but the half star will be there. Then what we have to do after this? There are many angles we can see there, many lines are there. So we have to try to reduce number of lines or to use symmetry once more if there is any. So actually there are two ways. Either you can reduce one line by taking one angle. For example, this angle you can take, fold this angle in between, so you will overlap this line 1 and line 2. So this line will be combined by line 1 and line 2. Then again you can take line 2 and line 3, overlap them. Then you have line 1, 2 and 3 in one line only, right, using this angle. Then again using this angle you can fold line 3 and 4, and again you have 1, 2, 3, 4 lines in one line, and again do it same for 4 and 5. Or the other way is, it will be shorter, not very short but useful. You can see, if we fold along this angle previously, directly two lines are reducing, not one line, two lines are reducing. This line 1 and line 2, these two lines will overlap on each other, and this line 3 and line 4, these will also overlap on each other. So after folding this paper, this shape, the paper should look like this, and the shapes will be like this. Because this line 3 and line 1 will get overlapped on line 2 and line 4, so only line 2, 4 and 5 will be visible. So we have now only 3 lines. Now again, if you see, you can overlap line 2 and 4 or 4 and 5. Okay, so let's overlap first 2 and 4 using this line. So if you fold like this, line 2 and 4 will get overlap, and after that fold like this, so 4 and 5 will overlap. So all lines are overlapped. So I am showing it by turning off a screen and turning on camera. Camera is already turned on, but I need to pin it so that everyone can see. Okay, now here we have next paper. What paper? Which shape we can take? Let's take white paper. Here is the paper, and I am drawing star shape on that, 5-pointed star. My drawings will not be perfect, so it is possible that lines will not overlap, but if your diagram is perfect, it must overlap on each other. Okay, so this is a star shape, not a perfect star, but it must be star shape. Okay, so after folding in half, we have seen how to fold, like how to make a fold, that we have seen. So just we have to repeat that process. Fold it along the straight line of symmetry, that is fold paper in half. Oh, not like this, I will show in this direction, it will look more perfectly, more perfect. Okay, okay, it should be like this. Okay, so this is a half star. We have to cut out this shape using only one straight line. Now how we can do this, how we can convert these many lines in one straight line, that we have seen. So we will just repeat that process. I am following method 2. What I am doing, I am giving here also names for this line 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Oh, I have written it upside down. No problem, I have made diagram upside down. Okay, so we have this line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4 and line 5. So if we fold between these, between line 3 and 4, so that 4 will overlap on 3 and 5 will overlap on 2, then it will, oh, I have to fold like this to overlap and to see what is the drawing. If I fold like this, then the drawing will not be visible. So I am folding in this way so that these two lines will overlap each other. Not two lines, 4 lines will overlap on 2 lines. Line 4, you can see here, line 4 is overlapped on line 2 or line 3, and line 5 here, line 5 here is overlapped on line 2 here. So now we have to only cut out these 3 lines. Oh, but if you look backward, there are only 2 lines. Why it is happening? Because it is 5-pointed star and that one point is going inside the paper. So we are not able to visualize that. So now we have to cut out only this part. If we cut out this part perfectly using only one straight line, it will be perfect. The star will we will get. Star we will get. But now again, how to convert these 3 lines in one line? Just use angle bisector properties that overlap 2 lines, so that we will get that. So after that we will look, the figure will look like this. You should fold it perfectly, that 2 lines which you are folding, that should overlap each other. Now you can see on this side also you have such shape, such weird kite shape with 4 sides, and on this side also you have such kite shape. So on both sides now we have the same thing. Okay, now there are 2 lines, so it is easy now to convert them in one line. Just fold it along with its angle bisector. So let's do it. Angle bisector I am saying, it is not necessary that we have to fold along this point. Angle bisector, which means that 2 lines should overlap each other. So after overlapping, the line will look like this. Okay, here it is not perfect. On this side I can show, because my drawings are not perfect. Okay, so this is the straight line which we have to cut, and after cutting out this line we will get pentagon which is separated from this. So let's try it. Let's try. We have to cut this straight line. Oh, okay, so this large part is here. When we open this large part, the inner part will be which is cutted, it will be pentagon. No, it is hexagon. Oh, what? Why it happened? What incorrect we did? What we did incorrect? We have to try it again. Okay, so let's take another paper. I think I did something incorrectly. So I am again drawing that pentagon, and now I will do it somehow fast. Okay, the pentagon is drawn. just rough figure I am drawing, not perfect. So here is pentagon. We have to fold it like this to get one symmetry. Okay, after getting the symmetry line, we have to see the shape, how shape is going, or you can see it here. We have to fold along this line so that this will overlap. These lines will overlap. Oh, I am not able to see what is happening here. We have to fold like this. Oh, now I got the reason why it is happening, why we got hexagon. See, when we are folding along this line, this extra line is there on one side only and not on other side. So it is giving us one extra triangle in that pentagon, adding to hexagon. So instead of that, what we will do, this is one line which is creating problem, right? So we will fold this line first to get rid of it. So after folding it, oh, how I am folding it, is it correct? I have to fold it along its angle bisector. We have to overlap that two lines after folding. So it will look like this. Now we can see the symmetry between these two parts. If we fold along this angle, then it will be the perfect. It will create perfect two lines. Here is one line and here is one line. So if we cut out these two lines, we will get now pentagon. Now we will get that, don't worry. Now this is angle and we know how to convert angle in a line. So let's fold it along that. Oh, okay. Now you can see there is only one line. Oh, it is now one line, right? So if we cut this line, we should get now pentagon. Let's hope we get the pentagon now. Okay. Oh, where I am cutting. Okay. So this will be the large pentagon. So when we open it, it will be like this. Okay. When we open it again, it will be like this. Let's hope it will be pentagon. I cutted it incorrectly, so it is very weird pentagon. You can see this is one part, this is second part, this is third part, this is fourth and fifth. But the point is we can do it. When we draw the perfect shape, we can do it. What is happening? I am just drawing just random figure, so it is not happening perfectly. But if you do it correctly, you will get. Now you have last task remaining. We have last task. Actually there are two tasks, but the time is also getting over. So I have to only take only one task now. This is the task. You have to cut out Batman, the shape of Batman, using only one straight line. How you will cut it using only one straight line? Think on this. How you will fold papers such that you will get these Batman shape using only one straight line. Oh, just 1 minute, I forgot to unpin my video, so I have to stop it again and start sharing again. Okay, now we have to cut out this bat shape. Try to think. Okay, not necessary. In the perfect way, I have given this shape. This shape somehow here and there is perfect. For example, if you are not able to get these three lines, oh, why white pen? Let's take the red one or black one. If you are not able to get these three lines differently, it is okay if you get only one triangle here. Okay, it is also fine for first try. The second try must be perfect. And if you are getting perfect in first try only, then it will be very nice. So think how you will get this thing. Now not only this one shape, but there are many shapes which we can get. The shape which is symmetric and created using only straight lines, we can cut out that shape using one straight cut. Whatever the shapes are. So try on yourself first. Don't just wait for me to show. Or else what I will do, I will just say, oh, the session is over, so goodbye. You have to try this on your own. And you will not get it anytime. So try on your own first. I am just waiting for someone to reply with yes if you have cutted this shape from your paper. Don't reply if you are not done. Otherwise, what will happen? I will tell you to open your camera and show me, and you will not be able to do that. Okay, so first complete the task and then click yes after completing it. See, the geometry is how beautiful. Only one symmetry line and we can convert each shape in one line. Only two concepts we use in geometry, from geometry. One is line of symmetry and the second concept of angle bisector. And again, that concept of angle bisector we are not using by drawing angle bisector of that. We are just using property of angle bisector, that if we fold the paper along with angle bisector, then that two segments which are creating angle will get overlap on each other. Now see, if you tell me that, sir, can you cut this bad shape using one straight line, then my answer will be, without preparation, no. So first we have to create the way we have to fold. Okay, so this shape we have to cut out. So let's think. I am doing it here on small papers on the screen only. If this is my paper and if this shape here is some sort of shape which we have to cut out, right? It is somehow looking like this. So when we use the line of symmetry which is here, then only one part will be visible. So if this is the paper after folding, this shape will look like this. Here will be half part of head, here will be one ear, here will be one wing, and here will be half body shape. This we have to cut out using one line, one straight line I mean. Otherwise you will see I can cut it in curve lines. No, not curve lines. Now here are many angles you can see. So if we start with any one angle, it will be nice. So first of all, we will prepare for this part, the bottom part. If we fold along this line, the line of this tail and this bottom line will overlap on each other. What will overlap, that I will show on this large diagram also. See, when we are folding in half, the paper will get folded in this way. Then there are two lines which we are overlapping now. This one line and this second line along this line by folding the paper in this line. So first of all we are preparing for tail. Okay, now we can do it together. I can draw the bad shape on paper. Oh, the lighter paper I should take. So the diagram will be visible to me also. So here is head, here are ears, here are two wings. Oh, I should take black paper because it is Batman. But I have taken the yellow one. No problem. This is yellow man. Okay. So this is the shape which we require. Now we will fold this along with the line of symmetry, just like we say right now. We will fold it along with the side of symmetry, line of symmetry, not side. Okay, so the half shape will look like this. Okay, I can show on this side, so you can compare on the screen also. Okay, now we are folding this tail part on this line. On this line we are folding. So when we fold, the fold should be in such a way that two lines are overlapping on each other. Okay, so you can see now these two lines are perfectly overlapping. These two lines here. So what shape we have now? I am showing on screen. Only this boundary we have now. Only this part we have to cut out. The previous part which we had, it is not there now. Okay. So again we can now fold along with this angle. Along with this one angle we can fold. See, here is one angle. So if we fold like this, if we fold, then again this line will be invisible. It will get overlapped. So let's try to fold like that. See, here is angle, you can see in camera, and if we fold along that angle, so that two lines will overlap, then we will get the perfect one line. Oh, not one line for the shape, for that part only, which we are doing right now. So here is one straight line. Your shape will look like this. So now we don't have this bottom line also. Okay, that I am erasing. We don't have that lines. Now which part we have? The part which I am shading now. Only these lines are visible now. Now again what we can do? This is, let's say this is line 1 and this is line 2. We can overlap that two lines by folding the paper in that direction. So we have this straight line here and one straight line here. So fold paper so that we can get one straight line to that two straight lines overlapping on each other. Okay. So after folding, the shape will look like this. If it is visible, then it is nice. Okay, so this thing we have. Okay, I should take this up so that everyone can see it. Okay, so now how many lines we have? How many lines we have? Only we have the body till wings. Okay, again screen, look on the screen. Which lines? Oh, what happened right now? Oh, what happened? Oh my god. I think I clicked on something and the screen is maximized. So I have just stopped sharing and again starting it. Oh, it is the problem of this only. Oh, okay, it is sorted. No problem. So what we have now? This thing. Oh, not highlighter, it is eraser, which we have to select. We have folded along the wing and body. That is this line we have folded right now. Okay. After folding this line, your shape will look like this. And now we are focusing on, let's say this is line 1 and this is line 2. We are focusing on these two lines now. We have to reduce these lines. That we have to overlap. We have to fold it in such way that these lines will overlap. So again, we can fold it in this way, or we can fold this. We can take this bottom part to upside or upside to downside. Any way you can fold. So I am doing it like this. That two lines are now overlap. Okay. Now overlapping, after overlapping that two lines, your shape must look like this. I am drawing on right side also. Your shape will have this one line, then this one horizontal line like this, then this some slant line like this for ears, and this one line for head. So like this we have till now. Now there are only four lines. We have to fold these papers again in such way that there will be again one line only, but there will be more folds required. So let's do one fold from here, right? From here like this, so that this line on screen, how I can write? See, on the right side, you can see this as line 1 and this as line 2. Now we have to fold such that line 1 and line 2 will overlap. Okay, so to fold that, after folding that, how the shape will look like? The folding paper much more time is really the difficult task, because after folding that, one more thing. Before that fold, don't fold that, don't make that fold, just keep it as it is for now. Because one thing I remembered where I did mistake last time. See, when we fold this line will go ahead and it will cut out this part also, which is not required. So what we will do, we will keep this part as it is, and now take the second part, the upside part, that head and ears. So we have to fold on that now. If you want, you can try on that way also. You will get incorrect things because I have done it previously. So you can fold here. So how we are folding? The small line of head and one small line of ear, that you have to overlap, and that you can overlap like this. Okay, the folding more time is really difficult, right? Okay, why it is not getting folded? Okay, now it is folded. Now what we have on right side, I am showing we have folded let's say this line 3 and line 4. We have folded line 3 and line 4. So line 3 is no more visible. It is overlapped on line 4. Now we will do the same thing for line 2 and line 4. Okay, so the ear part, we are folding now the ears. So the ears we can fold and overlap on each other. And after overlapping that, I can fold it in other way so that it will be visible. Okay, after folding that, the shape will look like this. Oh, is it visible? Yes, the V shape, you can see there is only one angle now which we have to cut out. Now we know if we have angle, we can fold it and just get one line. So fold along that line and you will get only one straight line which you have to cut out. Oh, where is that line? Okay, you will get that line. I am getting here one corner because I have not folded correctly, or not folded. I have not drawn correctly in the beginning. So one side was incorrect for me. But here is that line. If I cut out that, the shape will be this Batman shape. Okay, so let's try cutting that. So I am cutting it. Okay, now let's hope when we open this part, the inner part will be the Batman shape. The hole will be the hole of Batman. So yes, it is more how perfect. Oh, it is exactly perfect. It is exactly perfect. You can see there are ears also, there are two wings also, and there is tail also. A tail is small, tail is actually made small, but okay. If you draw larger tail, you will get the normal tail. And when we open this part which was separated from that paper, and open it carefully, because there are many folds, so it is possible that when you open incorrectly, that paper will get separated in two parts. Okay, so after opening, yes, oh, this is Batman, right? I am turning off screen, stopping sharing screen, so that everyone can see this Batman shape where it is pinned. Yes, you can see it. Actually my Batman get hole inside that, because while cutting it, I cutted the incorrect part also, so it is having hole also. But I will recommend you, if you are drawing any shape on paper, then draw it on both sides perfectly. Otherwise what will happen, after folding, you will not get where are the exact lines. You will not get that. So it is preferable to draw on both sides of papers. So again I am starting sharing screen. This is the last 5 minutes of the session. After that, if you want, you can give your doubts. We will take your doubts. Okay, so why I have again shared this screen, for that there is a reason. I want to give you homework. Okay, so the homework is the part you can enjoy at home. One shape is here. It was before this, but because of timing constraint, I have to skip this. See the shape carefully, draw it carefully. How the shape is, look it. How you will draw this shape, that I am telling now. You can draw first star with 5 points. Oh, the screen share was stopped. Okay, so here is the figure how you can draw this. First you can draw the star with 5 points. Okay, like this you can draw the star, and then on each side you have to draw. Oh, why it got like this? Oh, what is happening? Okay, so this is 5 pointed star, and what you have to do, you have to draw small triangles. You have to draw small triangles on each side, and you have to cut out, you have to fold this paper in such way that after cutting one straight line, you will get this shape perfectly. On each side there is small triangle, and like this you will get this shape. You can draw this shape. But now how to fold, how to make folds of this, that you have to think. And if you are able to do this, let me know the folding steps either in comment section, or comment section is for YouTube, not for Zoom. Those who are on Zoom, you can let me know on either WhatsApp or email ID. Everyone can do that. So that's it for today. Again, happy Mathematics Day to everyone. Now if anyone have any doubt or any confusion, you can ask. Even on YouTube, I am looking towards now comments, because I was handling both of the Zoom and YouTube from only 1 or 2 gadgets. You can say 2 gadgets. These actually both are for Zoom only. To confirm whether everything is fine on Zoom, I am using the second one. And for YouTube, I have no device actually. So if anyone have doubt, you can raise hand. So I am opening the participant screen. So if there are any doubts, you can raise hand and you can ask. And even if you are in YouTube, you can type your doubt there also. I will wait for 5 seconds. Okay, one person have doubt. So I am unmuting. Again, if possible, raise hand. I by mistake lower the hand. Yes. What is doubt? Okay, Batman. For Batman, I am showing. Is screen visible? Yes. So first of all, we have a piece of paper. So the first fold we have to do this fold, the line of symmetry, so that Batman will get converted in half. Okay. So it will look like this. So this shape there, I am taking the another slide. The shape there will be like this. First there will be head, then ears like this, head and ear. Then one wing will be there. Then body will be there and tail will be there. So the shape will look like this. If you have folded it in half, then we have to fold. Let's take this line 1 and line 2. You have to fold along these lines so that line 1 and 2 will overlap. Okay, line 1 and 2 should overlap on each other. So that we are just reducing number of lines. There are many lines, right? So to get it in one straight cut, we have to reduce line step by step. So after folding that, your shape will look like this. The top part will be as it is. This will be the head. Here will be the wing, here will be body, and here will be lower part, and tail will not be visible. The paper will look like this, because the tail shape is overlapped on line 2. The line 1 is overlapped on line 2. So we have successfully reduced one line. Now again we can reduce, let's take now this line 1 and this line 2. So again we will try to fold line 1 on line 2. Okay, so for that we have to fold like this. So after folding, the head part will be as it is, wing will be as it is, but that line 1, this line 1 will get overlap on line 2. So only this part is remaining now, and the other part will look like this. The figure will look like this. Not exactly like this, because there will be folds, so that folds may come on this figure. So the paper will look like in different way, but the figure, the lines will in this way only. Now again let's consider this as line 1 and this as line 2, and then try to fold this paper such that line 1 will overlap on line 2. So we have to fold along this line, right? So after folding, line 1 will go on line 2. So it will look like this. Head will be as it is, and the upper line of wing will be as it is, and the lower part of wing and the body part will overlap on each other. So only this part is remaining. So what we are doing, we are just reducing number of line one by one. One by one we are reducing number of lines. So again we have here wing. So we can fold this line also, right? We can reduce this line also by folding along this wing, the center of wing, or angle bisector of that angle. Just overlap that two lines. So again head part will be as it is, and instead of two lines for wing, we have now only one line for wing. Okay, so shape will look like this. Then what I did, instead of folding this wing on head, I just first simplified for head, because because uh, this line was larger in my case, so it was going upper than this, so it will create problem in cutting. Okay, so I will stop here only. You can try on your own this way also, so that you will understand what is actually happening. Okay, so this is the one part. Then before folding this line on head, what we will do, we will fold head on ears. Every time we have to reduce number of lines. Every time we have to reduce number of lines. So let's assume this is line 1, this is line 2. So after folding, only ear will left and head and shoulder will left. So only 3 lines are there. Again assume this as line 1 and this as line 2. Again fold paper such that these 2 lines, line 1 and line 2, will overlap. So there is only ear to head part and then shoulders or wing part we can say. So there are again 2 lines. So folding 2 lines is easy. Just fold along this angle bisector, you will get one straight line, and after that cutting that one line, you will get Batman in one straight line. Okay, so I am again unmuting you. Okay, you can ask. Yes, this picture, right? This picture, right? At home. This is for homework, just for fun. You can do it. And not only this shape, if you are interested, you can do more shapes also. You can invent your own shapes. Search on Google, just geometric shapes or any shape you can take. For example, if you like the Avengers movie, then you can see there is Thor and there is hammer of Thor. So you can try to cut out that hammer. I don't know what is known as, but I am just saying hammer. Okay, that hammer you can cut in one straight line, or even this, what it is known as, I don't know, but it belongs to Captain America. Okay, so you can cut out this using one straight line, but this will not be perfect because there are circles, there are curves, right? So whenever there are curves, we will not be able to do that. So you can take any shapes, not necessarily these shapes only. Okay, even if now anyone have any doubt, you can give it, you can ask it. Even on Zoom or even on YouTube. If you have doubt, you can ask. Okay, I am waiting for 5 seconds. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Okay. Otherwise, you can leave the session from Zoom. On YouTube, I am on YouTube. I am there for 5 minutes more. If you have doubts, you can ask. Try to create different shapes, not necessarily these shapes only. You can use any shapes. But remember, 2 properties that shapes should follow. One property that shape should be symmetric shape. That shape should be symmetric one. And the second property, that the shape is created by straight lines only, not the curve. Because if we have curve, it will not be able to convert in straight line.